All right, so I've already kind of explained that I'm not doing debunks this year. So this, however, has been like really requested, and I've decided to go ahead and just like give my thoughts real quick. Like I guess a quick truth video on the matchup, which of course is Batman versus Iron Man. Now, real quick before we get into it, if you haven't subscribed already, it would be amazing if you could. I do content like this as well as I do content on manga and books, including a series upcoming soon on my channel that will include Percy Jackson content. But, anyways, if you like that stuff, make sure to like, subscribe, all that, notification bell. Also, hit the video description and check out the coffee shop members down below as we are on the road to 10K, and they are fellow content creators that I think you will enjoy as well if you like my content. But, anyways, let's get back to the topic at hand, which is Batman versus Iron Man. What do I think of this battle? Like in a random encounter. I don't really like it, honestly. So, of course, I'm speaking just to the random encounter. This battle doesn't make much sense to me. This answer is like twofold. First fold we'll address is like directly death battle, right? Doesn't make sense in a 1v1 random encounter for death battle because death battle said Batman loses to Spider-Man. And who else did he said Batman lost? Oh, Black Panther, right? Iron Man can easily beat Spider-Man and Black Panther in a random encounter, assuming they're not jobbing. Like both are actually fighting well and trying to put each other down. Iron Man obviously scales above them. So, just based on Death Battle's prior history, this matchup doesn't make sense, as they should just be looking at it as like Iron Man as an obvious stomp based on their prior decisions on the channel. Because unlike mine, like on my channel, I'll specifically mention when like research is updated and like if an answer is outdated, right? Or if my take is outdated. Death Battle doesn't really do that. Like I don't think they've ever gone back and said they were wrong about their research and stuff. I might be wrong, but typically they don't do that. They don't say it's quote updated. What they'll do is like Superman versus Goku, it was just, oh, we'll use newer versions. So in that regard, they updated kinda, but everything else they don't. But yeah, like it just doesn't make sense from a random encounter based on their prior takes on the channel. Now, in terms of my personal take, I don't like it from a personal standpoint in a random encounter. It doesn't make much sense because the way I look at it, right? The worst Iron Man suit, like one of the most outdated back 60s, 70s era, like that was one of the weakest chronologically, like in the order of his suits, right? We can all agree to that. I think Craven would be a great fight for Batman. I really do. The problem is Iron Man accidentally one-shot Craven, casually kneeing him in the face. Like, wasn't close. It's stuff like that, like Iron Man constantly taking down Hulk, and like not through necessarily strategy, like literally having the power to put him down in his suit, physically overpower him and knock him out. Stuff like that. Keeping up with high tier characters. Iron Man's surprisingly strong in like random encounters. It should just logically, especially looking at Death Battle's history, like I mentioned, should stomp Batman in a random encounter most times. Now, only time I'd favor Batman is if we're in Gotham, Iron Man's jobbing, and Batman would be able to create separation and call something in. I could totally see that happening. Typically, though, Batman would lose in a random encounter to Iron Man, to me. But that's not like, that's not crazy. I don't get why that's like, it's kind of weird that this is a matchup Death Battle's doing. I really don't like it. I don't think I would ever do this in a random encounter. The only way I would do Batman versus Iron Man would be situationally. So what I mean by that is a comparison of specific versions of each character. So I would pick like Hellbat Batman versus like the Phoenix Buster or something. That is the kind of matchup I would do, not just random encounter base to base. I don't like that. Doesn't make sense thematically. It makes sense thematically if you do certain versions versus certain versions, because you got to acknowledge just in actual combat, their base doesn't compare. The base suit of Iron Man, especially updated versions, doesn't compare to just base Batman walking around Gotham beating up random criminals. It's just not the same league, and I don't like the matchup. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. If you do like discussing Batman versus Iron Man, random encounters with consistent versions of both, let me know why you like that. I personally, I don't see much appeal in it, as I do think like Iron Man should obviously take it, no doubt. If you like this different versions versus different versions like I like, let me know in the comment section down below. And when you do, make sure to let me know which versions you want to see go up against each other, okay? So let me know which ones, and I'll check it out and perhaps do that in the future. But yeah, my final verdict, I don't like the matchup. Iron Man should stomp in a random encounter. This isn't a good matchup for a random encounter, and I'm not a big fan of it. That's the truth behind it. It's just unfavorable for Batman, and I don't like it. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. It's been your boy, YFE. Stay tuned for more content coming soon, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.